Hybrid repair shop near me. We're going to be talking about the hybrid owner who wants more than a quick fix. A driver who understands that a hybrid is not simply a regular car with a battery bolted on. It's a fundamentally different system, and it deserves a fundamentally different standard of care. Most people assume a hybrid is a gas car with an electric assist. The reality is far more elegant and far more complex. A hybrid is a coordinated relationship between two power sources, a high voltage battery pack and a gasoline engine. The electric motor generators, an inverter, and a control system that makes thousands of decisions every minute about which power source to use, when to recapture the energy, how to deliver smooth performance without the driver ever noticing the handoff. Think about it. You got a gas motor, and I mean, the first time I drove a hybrid, oh, that was interesting. I start it, and the gasoline engine starts so it's like normal, and I pull up to a stoplight, and like the battery, like the car died, and I'm like, oh my, what's going on, you know? And I push the gas, and it takes off. It's like whoa, and now people don't. I mean, people aren't freaked out even a little bit. Obviously, it's been hybrids have been around for a very long time. Um, think about it. So you got a gasoline engine, like a normal regular diesel or gasoline powered car. You know, you can actually even the quiet ones you can hear. And then along comes a an electric power, and so is the gas actually giving you power, or is the gas giving the power to the electricity? So what most people don't realize is that most trains, not the old steam powered ones or anything, but most current trains have diesel engines, but the diesel engines don't drive the train. It's a hybrid. It's most trains are a hybrid setup. So hybrids have been around a really, really, really long time, just on a pretty massive scale. And to be able to bring them down to get it to fit them in a car, I mean, how cool is that, right? Technology is such a wonderful thing when the engineers get involved and they start messing with the powers out there. And I mean, to seamlessly go from a gas power to electric power back and forth is such a massive engineering feat. We don't really think about cars the way that we should, as far as how big of a massive engineering feat they are to begin with, how complex they really are, how they fit all of this stuff into a very small little place. And then the funny part is the engineers fit all of this stuff into such small little places, and then technicians are supposed to fix it. Supposed to be able to diagnose it and fix it. That's a big deal. I mean, and that complexity. It's also the reason that hybrid service demands a different mindset. When a technician opens the hood of a hybrid, they are not just looking at mechanical parts. They are looking at high voltage circuits that can carry lethal current, software that governs nearly every function, and components that interact in ways a conventional vehicle never will. A shop that treats a hybrid like an ordinary car is not just cutting corners, it is misunderstanding the machine entirely. The way you drive shapes how your hybrid ages. Stop and go city traffic, long highway commutes, steep grades, short errand trips each place their own specific repeated stress on the regenerative braking system and the battery management cycle. A hybrid driven primarily in congested traffic behaves differently than one driven on flat, open roads or one that is regularly climbing hills. And the people servicing it should understand the difference intimately. Because there's a quiet genius of regenerative braking. One of the most remarkable features of any hybrid is regenerative braking. Every time you slow down, the system captures energy that a conventional car simply throws away at best. The energy goes away as heat. That recovered energy flows back into the battery, extending your range and reducing wear on the friction brakes. This is a genius engineering, and it creates a service reality that many drivers never consider because hybrids rely so heavily on regenerative braking. The physical brake pads often last far longer than they would in a conventional vehicle. That sounds like good news, and it is, but it also means brake components can sit largely unused for long stretches, which introduces its own concerns: corrosion on rotors, sticking caliper slides, moisture building that a conventional car would naturally burn off through regular friction braking. This matters in nearly every climate. Humidity, rain, snow, and the road salt of winter all create conditions that can quietly corrode unused brake hardware. And hilly terrain compounds the issue because descents lean heavily on the braking system. A technician who understands hybrids knows to inspect this hardware not just for wear, but for the specific kind of degeneration that comes from underuse. This is the difference between someone who knows hybrids and someone who simply knows cars. It's also the difference between a shop that protects you and one that overlooks you. And then, you can't forget about the high voltage battery. I mean, holy Toledo. And cooling. I mean, think about this for just a second. Most drivers know their engine needs coolant. Far fewer realize that hybrid batteries and power electronics often have their own dedicated cooling systems, separate from the engine cooling system entirely. Some hybrids cool the battery with air drawn through vents inside the cabin. Others use liquid cooling loops. The inverter, which converts power between the battery and the electric motors, generates significant heat and frequently has its own cooling circuit as well. These systems are easy to ignore precisely because most drivers do not know that they're there. Think about that for just a second. Hybrids are so complex, it's not even funny. And trying to diagnose one, trying to, trying to really understand hybrid. I mean, it's a hybrid. It's a bunch of different systems stuck together, and it's supposed to work. And it does, mostly. And mostly it's efficient and effective. And they're so much better now than when they first came out. It's not even funny. Again, the evolution of technology is a fantastic thing. At the same time, think about it. It's not that simple of a system or systems put together. And yet they're selling them to you, the public, and we, the people in shops, have got to fix them. We've got to take care of them. Not always that easy to do. Stay safe, stay strong.